everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and my apologies for no videos this past week, but I was up in Monterey, California for Monterey Car Week. This is the Pebble Beach Concours and all of the surrounding events, car auctions, so on and so forth. So follow along. I will start sharing the adventures event by event here on the channel. So here's number one, the Monterey Kickoff event in Pacific Grove.
So I hitched up Bessie behind the truck and aimed north to Monterey. Interesting cars were on the highway aiming up there, including this Ferrari Daytona. I arrived in the area in the evening on Monday, staying at a good friend's home in Salinas near the racetrack. Thank you, Larry, for opening up your home to me. And we made plans for the next day. So starting off, I hit the Automobilia Sale in Monterey. I drove the bus over, parked it in a line of other exotics, something I always love to do when I bring some pile of junk as a counterpoint for the day. Beautiful little speedster with a hardtop here parked out front, Rudge wheels on it. Pretty slick. Vintage Aston Martin parked out front as well. And then inside I went to see all the treasures that are within. Now this brings in some pretty high-end items, both vintage and reproduction items. Lots of artwork and things like that as well. It's a fantastic sale. Lots of temptation of all sorts of interesting stuff. I did keep my wallet in my pocket and didn't come home with any treasure. However, it was very tempting to load up with some of those Michelin Men or a die-cast car here and there. In any case, after hitting the Automobilia event, I decided to go for a little drive through town, catch the sights a little bit. Interesting cars are parked everywhere, both modern ones as well as vintage. I stopped by Dodi's to see all the treasure and trash that he's got parked out front, including this BMW that would end up playing a part of the week later on. In any case, from there I aimed over to the RM Sale just to do a quick look over the fence at the items that were parked out front. The opening of the viewing of this was not yet available. However, just kind of walking around the grounds, seeing the cars move in and out were pretty interesting, and some really spectacular cars coming up for grabs at this particular sale. I'll definitely come back and do a wrap-up of the RM Sale. Ended up getting a nice pass into that event to see all of these amazing machines run across the block. Let's see, from the RM Sale, I drove towards Pacific Grove to the Monterey Kickoff event happening on Tuesday evening. Again, interesting cars are all over the road in Monterey during Monterey Car Week. Did a little run through the Canning bridge here and things like that. Safari windows open. Absolutely gorgeous day for a drive, and then arrived at the Monterey Kickoff event. Now this is an event that is sponsored by Classic Motorsports magazine and Haggerty as well. The Alan Galbraith there on the left and Tim Suttard on the right were the MCs and hosts for this event, and the cars that pulled in were fantastic and quite varied. This is an event that's open to just about everything. I did not sign up for the event, so I just parked close. I did run into my buddy Nick from Sticker Shock, as well as Andy Reid, another buddy of mine there. This rough Porsche Boxster was really super cool. I don't think I've ever seen a roof Boxster, and especially in that crazy Viper green. Beautiful car. Let's see, this vintage Honda Yamaha Cafe Racer thing was super cool. This is an Emery Outlaw 356 that was there in the show. Beautifully done. Custom 356. My friend Larry brought his 67 Beetle. This 356 really knocked me for a loop. Great color combination. Beautiful car. Not an outlaw, just a misdemeanor. Loved that license plate frame. Jaguars, there were some great Jags They're fun to see those, especially knowing that I've got a Jag in the garage at home. Always inspiration to see a car similar to yours and at an event, and they get fired up about working on it. Love that Alpha, a bunch of great Alphas there. Being sponsored by Classic Motorsports Magazine. This is primarily a sports car event. However, there is a section for American vehicles as well. There were a couple of early vets with modern powertrains, a beautiful Imperial Crown. This really slick custom Plymouth was quite awesome. Fintail Cadillacs, you name it. So they had everything set up kind of by category. One corner of the street or the block was all the American stuff, then European stuff throughout there, German stuff in another spot, Japanese stuff, so on and so forth. Love the Mini Coopers, great cars, really fun to see that. Obnoxiously bright red top on that Mercedes, didn't quite get that, but a nice car. I parked Bessie close to the street where the show was, and it could get seen by passersby. And this particular hippie dude here, whose name I found out later was Randy, was really taken by Bessie, walked around, took a bunch of photos, ended up talking to him. Dog-friendly event, lots of cars parked on the street around it. And in any case, it was just a beautiful day out. Definitely enjoyed the trip to see this, to wander around, hang out, see the cars, see all of that. Went with my friend Larry. This is another guy named Larry that brought me a gift. He brought me this Beam bottle there. I came across him a couple years ago at this event when I brought a Volkswagen Beetle, and he remembered me. Anyway, this is my friend Larry that I'm staying with. He actually won a first in class with his Volkswagen Beetle, which is quite awesome, and that is the winner of Best in Show. So now time for dinner and on to the next day of events. So please follow along for the rest of Monterey Car Week and the adventures of Bessie and Randy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.